Yo, YouTube, what is up? Radar25 back again with my co-host, Michael Fuentemania. Again, whatever name this motherfucker will steal from me, he will. So who knows what he's called this week.
It's just Fuentemania. What up, Marks?
Guys, we're back again with another video. This video is going to be a little bit different just because NXT this week was just a bunch of promo packages. So we're going to combine AEW and NXT together, and it's going to be our five takeaways from AEW and the network special that was NXT. So we're going to get into this video. Before we do, I want to remind you guys, hit that like button on this video because you're going to get 2 for the price of 1 on this video, right? Hit the like button on the previous videos that have dropped, the Raw takeaways, the SmackDown takeaways, and last week's stuff. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed, notification bell so you're not missing one thing that's dropping. We're going to get into this tremendous episode of AEW. This is the way you do an empty arena show, just the way AEW Dynamite was from 318. So we're going to get into this video, our 5 takeaways from AEW Dynamite and NXT from March 18th. Let's get it. All right, guys. So AEW Dynamite, right? Tremendous show. It was their first show they're doing with the empty arena, and this is the way
you do an empty arena.
Exactly. This is the way you do an empty arena show.
The only way to do it.
WWE should have done for SmackDown and Raw, but they didn't. It was an actual wrestling show, even though it was an empty arena. So show starts with Cody in the ring, cutting a promo. The whole thing is dark around him. You can't see the set. You can't see anything. You just see the ring lit up and everything. He's talking about, obviously what's going on with the whole coronavirus and the quarantines and no fans and stuff like that.
And he actually said coronavirus, didn't he? Like we see, he said the sickness because in WWE they're avoiding. They're just saying they're not even. They're just kind of dancing around the coronavirus. He actually brought up that there was an issue going on in the world.
Yeah. So he cuts the promo and he's basically just talking about how Matt Jackson and Kenny Omega and Adam Page need to get their shit together because they need to regroup and become the elite because they have this blood and guts War Games match coming up next week against the Inner Circle. So they have to get together, and he's calling them out. Here comes Kenny. Here comes Matt. They talk. They're talking about how they need to get back to the way they were, and then Hangman comes out with a drink in hand, and basically they ask him, yeah, are you with us? And he gives them a tip of the head, and that's it. He's with them. So it seems to be like they're together now, and they're good. But they say that Nick Jackson, after what happened last week with the garage door of death that landed on him, he's out indefinitely.
Or the Inner Circle found him and saved his life, basically. That's what.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they're going by. Yeah, they were just walking by, boom, boom. They found him, saved his life. And
they saved his life. So I mean, they owe the Inner Circle a lot.
Saying. So it's just creating solidarity between the elite, and then now there's an open slot, which we'll see at the end of the show, who takes over that open slot for the elite in that War Games match. So it's gonna be good stuff. All right, guys. Next thing on the show, takeaway number 1 of the night was the Best Friends versus the Lucha Bros. Now, reason why this is as a takeaway is because this is the first match that they actually show, how they're going to do the empty arena shows. And this is the way you're supposed to do it. This is what WWE missed the boat on.
Completely.
Now we're talking about the hard cam facing the entrance, not facing the side with the empty seats, right?
Yeah.
That's number 1 thing right there.
And then you get the light show. You get the whole look. It looks big. It looks fun.
These guys went all out with the fucking pyro. You saw the pyro Lucha Brothers had. That shit was nonstop. It was insane. It was like when Edge came back, remember? And he had all that pyro when he put his hands in the air and all that pyro like that. And
the fact that there wasn't a crowd, you heard every single pop, and there was just, you heard it all. It was so good.
It was tremendous the way they lit it. It just because if you do the hard cam facing the stage, all you see is lights and Tron, and it comes off better, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem depressing, like an awkward. Because if you have the hard cam facing the other way, it's awkward because it's silent.
It is,
and you don't see anything back there. It's just dark.
And WWE is has 1,000 times better production because they're a $1 billion company. You figure they know that, and they went. I mean, again,
it's just a hard cam.
The entranceway at the Performance Center is only yay big, and this is like their full-on set, so it's gonna look better anyway because it's a full-on set. But still, this is the way you do a hard camera face when there's nobody in the arena.
Now,
the way to go.
If you go back to our SmackDown review, takeaway from SmackDown from last Friday when they had the first ever empty arena show, we said that they should have just had guys from the Performance Center hang out in the crowd, right? Trainees or actual NXT performers or even guys from the main roster sit in the crowd because it gives a different dynamic to it because, you know, you can even tease certain matchups, right? Like let's say there's a guy in the crowd, a guy in the ring falls out of the ring, he gets up and he goes face to face with somebody in the crowd. You're like, oh shit, I'd like to see that matchup or something.
And they did that later on in the show. They definitely did that with Colt Cabana.
Yeah. So leading into that is AEW did this with their wrestlers in the crowd. It was a funny back and forth between MJF and Sean Spears because they were betting on the matches for the night. That'll be an ongoing thing throughout the night, them betting on matches. They even tried to get Tony Schiavone in on it.
Schiavone was asking how much is in there.
I think he took the bet, right? So that was fun. The match itself was a great match. It's
Lucha Brothers.
Tag team matches in AEW are just always spotlighted. There's always tag team matches in the front, in the spotlight of AEW. So, they're taking that shit seriously. And it's really good. They had Orange Cassidy on commentary for this match.
He was way better than Triple H, tell you that much. He was so much better than Triple H was announced, tell you that. And he came in, did his little hand dive, pocket dive, and he went back, sat on his ass again. 10
yeah. So he fell asleep there. So it was real fun from him. But again, let's get back. Okay, so this was it. It was the hard cam facing the stage and the fact that they had wrestlers in the crowd. Colt Cabana, like you said, they had MJF, Sean Spears. They had Tully was there. Lance Archer was there. Jake the Snake was there. And they had them separated. Heels on one side, babyfaces on the other side.
Yeah, like it was so good. It was
so well
done.
SCU on the babyface side with Colt Cabana and stuff like that. So it was so well done. It helps out. It makes it less awkward. You know what I'm saying?
Just quiet and it's not exciting. It's just like when there's nobody in the crowd, it's just a complete drain. You don't care. You're just looking at the empty seats. Don't care what's going on in the ring. It doesn't feel special. But you had the wrestlers, cheering them on, booing them, whatever. It was good. You got everybody's playing off each other. It's a sucky situation, but they made the best out of it and just came off so much better, so much more entertaining.
And this is the way WWE should have set the tone by doing this first, because they did have the empty arenas first, and they should have done this being that they're at the Performance Center. There's a bunch of guys who were just there.
Yeah,
have them fucking sit
even
in the crowd.
Trainees. Look, this is what you're working to be on a Raw. Sit in the damn crowd, act excited, act like you want to be there. That's it.
Try to be entertaining. It allows guys to show the entertaining side, give him a little bit like of a spotlight. A guy in the crowd, he's entertaining. You don't know who he is, but oh shit, that guy's actually pretty funny, or the way he's doing in the crowd. So it works. It just sets up great, and it makes it less awkward and better to watch. So, and WWE should have been doing this, but also WWE shows have been one match, 1,000 promos, video packages. This is all wrestling here.
Yeah.
This is a regular Dynamite, right? Regular, solid, great Dynamite episode, just with no crowd. It's that easy, right? It was easy for them to do it.
And honestly, like there's so many promos on the Raws and SmackDowns have been just like kind of just stop it there, because it just gets kind of bleh, it falls into a lull, and then they'll show you a match from Elimination Chamber or the Royal Rumble for an hour, and that's when you change the channel and then you go back, because you already saw that. Just keep the matches going, have fun matches, high pace, do some crazy bumps, boom boom, call it, just make it fun, because it's already a boring atmosphere.
Now, I really did like the match, right, itself. One thing I really liked was the fact that Lucha Brothers were working like the hamstring of Trent a lot. So they were working a body part, isolating him on the side, and not letting, Chuck Taylor get in the match. So Lucha Bros get the win. Here come the best friends afterwards in an interview with Tony Schiavone at the aisle. They're challenging Lucha Brothers next week to a parking lot brawl. So that should be a lot of fun, because we have empty arena. They got to shake things up. They got to do different stuff, right? Yep. Empty arena, no fans. They got to do different
WWE. See that WWE? Yeah. Look at that.
Well, I'm hearing for stuff for WrestleMania. They might do a weird match between Bray and Cena in like a different location or some shit like that. I heard.
Okay.
Let's see what happens with that, though. Okay, so that's takeaway number one, guys. The next match on the card was Chris Statlander, Riho, Superbad Penelope Ford, along with Kip Sabian and Sheeta in a 4-way match, right? Really good match, solid match. They're building the women's division little by little, showcasing each girl. Sheeta gets the win here. She pins Penelope Ford. So she looks like she's the top contender right now. Her and Statlander for Nyla Rose and that women's
But I think Penelope Ford is definitely having, because she beat Rio on Dark the night prior. So they're definitely, she's kind of they're building him. There's with Big Swole, with Britt Baker, they're trying to build their stars. So we definitely like to see the women's division growing. So that's definitely a big step they're taking.
And then after the match, they had an interview with Colt Cabana, who was in the crowd, on the side, with Tony Schiavone, and it set up something between him and Kip Sabian. So we're gonna see he slapped Kip Sabian in the face. So we'll probably see a feud, build it from there. But like
Kip Sabian was a bitch, just taking it and running away.
Now this is what I'm talking about. This creates like different feuds, or you can create different things just simple by having wrestlers in the crowd when there's no fans. So it works out.
It's so easy, so simple, and it was entertaining. And it was like, all right, there we go. We got a match for Colt. Let's do it.
There you go. Next match was Butcher and the Blade versus Jurassic Express, Luchasaurus, and Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Tag team match again. Another tag team match. Solid, good match. The division continues to be spotlighted, and Jurassic Express get the win. Butcher and Blade take the loss.
Yeah.
So this team continues to climb up, and it'll be fun to see them get a tag team title match eventually.
Yeah, because Perry's definitely stepping up. Like I said last week, I pay attention to him more. His matches, he's more into it. He's showing me more moves.
Mm-hmm.
Got to work on his selling a little bit, but this is like kind of the indie stuff where people are just hopping up and down.
I mean, he's only like 20 years old or something like that. He's real.
I think
super
so.
young.
Yeah, he's real young. Like, again, I didn't expect much from him because he was like, but no, I mean, he, like we said last week, he's gonna build up some size as he gets older. He's a tall kid, lanky kid at the moment, but he can go. He can definitely go. And I mean, they're over. They're one of the best tag teams in the company. I think they're a top 2 tag team at the right now.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see them get tag team title shots in the future. Cool stuff. Next thing on the show, takeaway number 2 of the night is the Dark Order promo. We have Evil Uno in the ring with Stu Grayson. They're cutting a promo talking about the Exalted One. And here comes SCU to interrupt. And Christopher Daniels saying that calling them a liar, calling Evil Uno a liar, saying the Exalted One doesn't exist, right? The whole time Evil Uno is saying the Exalted One is coming. He's coming. He's coming. Sounds like a porno. But
a lot of coming.
A lot of coming from the Evil Uno and the Exalted One. So SCU talking shit on the stage. Exalted One is fake. It's a lie. Boom. Here comes on the Tron. The Exalted One appears. And who is it? As we predicted, Brodie Lee, the former Luke Harper, is the Exalted One.
In his full Undertaker-looking ministry, 1990s self looking. Had the outfit going, even his robe with the hood definitely had that Ministry of Darkness feel. So that's cool. I love the Ministry of Darkness. Then he's dressed as Taker. He has the same Taker beater with the big old pants. He's got the look. He might be the Taker, and I love how he bashed Vince McMahon. Did you pick that up?
I want to.
You didn't pick it up. Okay, so he says, he's talking to Christopher Daniels. You doubted me. You know what? You're not the only old man that's ever doubted me.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. He did say that. Yeah, I didn't even get that. Yeah, that shit went totally over my head. Yeah,
it went over your head. I picked it up. I figured it was going to go over your head, knowing you. So definitely, it was good.
Okay. Take a shot at Vince. I got you.
Take a shot at Vince
because he was a wasted talent. He's such a good wrestler. Such a good wrestler for his size.
You have to go back if you've never seen him go against Dolph Ziggler in a ladder match. Do you remember which was that? That wasn't a SummerSlam. I forgot what that was.
No, that was like a TLC pay-per-view.
Probably was a TLC, maybe like 2014, 15 for the IC belt. To me, it's one of my favorite tag team, my favorite ladder matches.
Yeah, that was a really good match. It really showcased Harper. If you hadn't seen him as Brodie Lee previously, you saw him as Luke Harper. He really showcased his skills. Tremendous big man, and guy can move and hard hitting style. So
he's Taker-ish. He's maybe not as tall as Taker, but he's like the next Taker. I can definitely see it.
He could. I mean, not next Taker. That's a long ass run he has to be on.
It is no.
But he'll probably be one of those. If they play the character right, maybe the Exalted One character, he could be one of those supernatural characters that really get over, like a Taker, like a Fiend. Bray Wyatt in the beginning. Those guys are kind of like
way more than Evil Uno, because Evil Uno was getting real tired. I'm glad he's not going to be the focal point anymore. Enough of that guy.
They cut the Tron video. They do the reveal on the Tron. It's Brodie Lee. Boom. Brodie Lee appears in the ring behind SCU. The beatdown ensues. And, the Dark Order stands tall. Now, I'm really hoping this kind of jumpstarts the Dark Order because they were taking a lot of L's. And they really had no steam behind them. And the Dark Order seemed like it was like, they won I remember they won a Battle Royal in the beginning of AEW,
early on,
right?
Like the first couple of weeks. Yeah.
They were set up as they had the bye in the tournament. That's what it was.
Yeah.
They won Battle Royal, got a bye in the tournament. And
ever since
like they were
had
gonna
those,
be like,
yeah, but ever since they had those guys come in and they had the guy with the terrible punches. I mean, they just been kind of
It feels like that one random guy.
Just ruined it all. And then Evil Uno's promos are just like, who cares? Your mask is stupid. You don't look. He just looks like a like he stole. He went to party, said he stole the mask, put his mom's tights on, and then went on and started wrestling. That's what he looks like. So it just doesn't do anything for you. But now there's some legitimacy.
I mean, he's not. Yeah,
Brodie.
He's not a fucking body guy or anything like that.
I'm not saying he's a body. He don't have to be a body guy. Like
no, I get what you mean. Yeah, he's very bland.
he just looks like
the character. The stable itself was kind of bleh. It was corny.
Yeah,
I always said it was corny.
anywhere.
And I don't think anybody liked it. But now hopefully this jump starts with a guy like Brodie Lee. He's the guy running the show. He's the guy. He's an imposing figure, crazy looking face.
Yeah, and he
came
in, whooped ass, stood there in front of the camera, and then walked his ass out without even bringing the other guys with him. He was like, he's gonna be his like he's the leader, but he's not. He doesn't need followers, basically, with the way I feel.
Well, I'm hoping is that they don't overexpose him too much by having him cut so many. I'm not saying that he's in a bad promo. He's a pretty good promo, the guy. But I'm hoping he doesn't run into the same thing they did with Bray Wyatt, where he's just constantly having promos for no reason.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do that because, I mean, Bray was also just wandering, talking about craziness, viruses and human whatever.
I hope he's more of like the silent type, makes his other guys do his bidding, and when he gets his hands dirty, he's whooping a lot of ass out there with his physical style. So I hope they do that. But great stuff to see Brodie Lee here. This isn't the only surprise debut of the night. So by a long shot. So we'll get into the next one. Next thing on the show, takeaway number 3 of the night for AEW was the Jake the Snake Roberts promo when he's flanked by Lance Archer. Now, it's a great promo from Jake, right? Nothing
Jake
new.
is one of the great promos of all time ever.
And he's one take Jake. Gets everything done in one shot. Doesn't really mess up. Doesn't really stumble his words. So it's tremendous what he does.
And then even after all the abuse he's done on his body and his brain with all the drugs, and he can still tell you a story.
He's still able to tell those stories and keep it going and stuff like that.
And simple, sweet.
You know, the changing in the levels of his voice, he brings you in real quiet, then lifts it up a little bit like that. But great promo. But the problem I see here is that he's overtaking Lance Archer. It's like you want to see Jake rather than Lance Archer.
Yeah,
right?
like I want to hear Jake talk, and then Archer, get out of the way, man, because
he doesn't even say anything. He doesn't say anything, and he just what he was wearing was weird. Like he had the weird red vest, and I'm not a fan of that big long like red ponytail he has. His
look is he's very indie. And he was a guy that used to be on TNA, so you figure he wouldn't be so indie looking, but he looks really indie. And it's just like you're seeing Jake cut the promos, and that's what you want to hear, and you're just totally forgetting that this guy's even in the picture. You're just focusing on Jake, right? Because I mean, it's a testament to how good Jake is. Yeah. Jake is obviously one of the greatest promos ever, one of the best wrestlers of all time. I mean, one of the best characters of all time. And
he's not really like showcasing. I mean, it's a good promo. It's a Jake promo, right? But you see, like, let's compare it to Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is the voice of Brock Lesnar. Yeah. But when he cuts his promos, he's always talking about Brock Lesnar, always uses his name and always brings him up. Jake's cutting a promo, and Lance Archer is not really like, it doesn't seem like he's talking about Lance Archer. Just Lance Archer just seems to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Paul Heyman is the ultimate hype man. He's just it's all the reigning, defending, all that stuff. And this guy's just he's doing Jake, and Jake is just a Hall of Fame. I mean, you could be a great promo, but maybe just not like a great promoter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, he's not promoing Lance Archer. I don't feel like he's like
shit about Cody the entire
time. I don't feel like Jake is much of a manager. He's probably never been a manager. He's just gonna do Jake, and that's what Jake is. Yeah. I mean, maybe they'll change it up a little bit once we get more of what Archer's gonna be and that weird.
Okay, so before you say that, they showed a video package after this promo that he cut, right? And it's just to showcase Lance Archer, right? So it's Lance Archer walking with Jake the Snake in like a random backyard, and there's a crappy looking ring set up with a bunch of guys, weirdos, like jobbers surrounding you, right? Lance Archer gets in that ring, and he proceeds to whoop everybody's ass, right? Like, it's not really super impressive. He's beating a bunch of random jobbers and a random pre-taped
he's beating you, me, and a couple other guys, basically.
Yeah, basically,
Okay, like, what were you guys meeting up in this weird farm wrestling ring in the backyards? Yeah. It's like weird horror movie.
Yeah, and I didn't like his look, like his gear when he was wearing. He looked real indie, like a real like a parking lot like wrestler guy. Like
he looked like Evil Uno, just found his mom's pants tights and put them on, and like, I'm a wrestler, and that's basically what.
I mean, and look, no disrespect to Lance Archer, he's been around for a long time. He's
Lance Hoyt,
Lance Hoyt, remember Lance Hoyt? He's obviously a talented in-ring wrestler. Did very well for himself in Japan, but I just think the look he's going for right now is not really going by, and it just doesn't fit, right? So this didn't make me more happy or think he's more deserving to take on Cody.
Yeah.
just by him beating a bunch of random jobbers.
And you're coming in against Cody, like, mind you, the best dressed man in the business at the moment, Cody Rhodes. Well, don't say Rhodes. Yeah. But, yeah, like, just to come in, first guy you're going to come up against is, like, the top guy, Cody. It's just like, come on, bro. Step it up, all right? You got Jake the Snake with you, one of the greatest of all time. Step it up. Yeah. Get your look up. Get your feel up. Like, you're not menacing. He's not like he's that much bigger than – is he bigger than Cody? I wouldn't even say he's that much bigger than Cody.
I mean, yeah, I think he's got some – he's obviously got, like, weight over Cody, but I believe he's a bit taller than Cody, too.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's just – I don't know. It just seems like it's more all about Jake rather than Lance Archer at this point. Yeah. And I don't think that video package – I think it was kind of a miss. I don't really think it helped what he's trying to do out there.
I think Jake looked cooler just on the seat, kind of just chilling back and, like, looking on and smoking a cigar. Like, it was, just a better look than Lance was doing.
Yeah, big time. So, it's kind of a miss right there. So I'm not really excited about Lance Archer at this point. Hopefully.
But we'll see.
Yeah, hopefully they give him a little bit more. Maybe you got to tell Jake to cut it more, like, hyping up Lance Archer rather than just
and Jake isn't Paul Heyman where he's loud and brash. Jake is like the soft-spoken, quiet, can you hear me? I can't hear you. So bring you in type of guy. But, hey, they got to make it excited for the Dark Order. So – AEW is doing a good job.
Yeah.
Just give it a little bit. Just give it a little bit.
The next thing on the show, guys, takeaway number 4 of the night, and it was the main event of the night, was the Inner Circle, the team of Jake Hager, Santana, and Ortiz versus the Elite, the team of Cody, Matt Jackson, and Hangman Page, right? Okay, so this match, obviously it's going to be a good match, but the best thing of this match was happened before and happened after. What happened before, here comes – Sammy Guevara's outside in the crowd next to MJF. Here comes Chris Jericho to go do commentary, and Sammy Guevara starts to sing the song Judas on the microphone along with Cody. Crowd. I mean, not along with Cody, along with MJF and Sean Spears. Yeah, and Sean Spears looked like he was having a good ass time that night.
Yeah, he was eating chicken. He was eating broccoli, chicken, mac and cheese.
Yeah, he looked like he was having a good ass time. So he continues to sing Judas. He mumbles a lot of it, like you said, right?
He's like blah, 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 blah. He's the words to his own boss's song. But they need a sing along. They need a Judas sing along. Judas in my mind.
At that point, I was kind of hoping. I thought Jericho was gonna get on the mic and start singing it. I kind of wish he would have got singing it. Right?
I just like because even there was a part where he was mumbling. And they showed Jericho and he had like a stupid grin on his face. Like, he doesn't even know the words of my song. It was cool.
So cool. that was really, really funny. It was an incredible thing. Then we had Cody's entrance, and Jericho says that here comes Arn Anderson with his Waffle House menu in his hand.
It's so good. He was like, look at his white pants. He told me you should have worn white after Labor Day. It's just like
he said that stupid ass play thing, the sheet that the head coach of the Nightmare Family, Arn Anderson, holds. Yeah, he said it was a Waffle House menu. That was one of the most hilarious things I've seen.
Even JR cracked up. JR was like, "How you pop for it?" Didn't you?
But it was awesome. So Jericho, great job on commentary as usual. He always does a good job. But it was a really good fun 6-man tag match, and they got MJF involved and Wardlow involved. And
he did a shit out of
him. He actually he throws, I believe it was Ortiz, right? He throws Ortiz into MJF in the crowd. Here comes Wardlow, grabs Cody by the neck, by the goozle, and then here comes Arn Anderson and hits Wardlow with the Waffle House menu. And, I don't know. That was the end of that.
It was good though. It was entertaining.
Yeah. Santana pins Matt Jackson in the ring. That's the end of the match. So this match was for who gets the advantage. The interval advantage at War Games Blood and Guts match. So they'll get.
Oh, don't say War Games.
My bad.
Blood and Guts,
it's not War Games Blood and Guts.
Get it right. Get it out.
Yeah, it's Blood and Guts. So that's the way that match is going to work. So now the Inner Circle gets the advantage after the first interval. So they'll get the advantage 2-1 once the match starts.
Inner Circle is just like they win all the time. Like they're a heel group that's like, I mean, they won that match clean. They didn't have to cheat.
Yeah.
I mean, they're always cheating, but you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't go off like a cheap finish. I mean, they're kicking everyone's ass. And even Jericho said he's beat all the guys from the Elite besides I think Nick. But
no, he's beat them all because he beat the Young Bucks in a tag match. So he's beat them all.
Okay, yeah, all right, but yeah, I mean, they're kicking their ass. They're not even.
I mean, so after the match is over, right? Inner Circle gets the win. Santana pins Matt Jackson. Then they have a promo where they're all on the stage and they're just killing time, right?
Yeah,
it was like, awkward. It was awkward.
Yeah,
I
was like, what's going on? Like, why are they taking so long to just okay, wrap it up? So like, what are you guys talking about?
They're killing time for, I guess, the guys to get the drone ready and have it fly in, because all of a sudden they're killing all of a sudden. Yeah, you hear this drone flying, and you see it. You know, it's Vanguard 1, right?
Well,
so
is it Vanguard 2.0? What?
It might be Vanguard 2. Yeah,
because I think someone broke 1.0 if I can remember correctly.
So they're killing a shit ton of time, right? It's awkward, right? It's awkward. Here comes the drone, and then the reveal of broken Matt Hardy.
Delete.
Instead of now he's a little bit different, right? So he has like the red streak in his hair, right?
Yeah,
white,
we
right?
gotta change it up. Matt's good, always changing up. Matt Hardy's always. I mean, Now we don't know if he's the broken Matt, the unkillable Matt. We're not sure where. Yeah,
we're not sure what the name is gonna be. Yeah, exactly.
Because what the hell was he in WWE where it was a failed?
He was Woken.
Okay, that sucked. That knew I was not gonna. They can keep that crap. I still think TNA still owns the.
No.
They don't own anymore.
No, because after what do you call it? Who was it that bought it? Fight TV? Fight, right? Like with Don Callis or whatever. Don Callis and whoever the other guy was that bought it. They, it was Don Callis and Scott D'Amore, I think, the ones that run it, right?
Yeah.
So
they've run it, but I'm not sure if they own it. I think
I think the Fight TV guys own it.
I want to say, we don't have stats here, so you can follow up.
So who the hell knows, right? So they gave up the rights to that. They let Matt Hardy take him, and that's why he was able to use the Woken gimmick. They didn't call it Broken because obviously Woken, Vince McMahon wants to name it his own thing. He doesn't want to name it Broken.
Yeah,
right?
of course, because if it wasn't,
he was able to use
somewhere else. It's not going to be.
He was able to use the delete thing. The Senor Benjamin, Vanguard 1, 2.0, whatever you want to call it.
This could be 3.5 for all we know. Whatever.
Yeah, Skarsgård, the dilapidated boat and all that shit like that. He was able to use all that shit. So that's all with him now. I don't think I'm not sure. I doubt that WWE even try to copyright any of that shit.
Well, I mean, no, because they didn't even try to keep him at the end. They literally just had him come in and be Edge's bitch and get destroyed by Rand. That was his last moment on WWE.
Yeah.
So, they can afford to use him.
So obviously he had the YouTube videos that he was coming out with, and he had
which
the Young
everybody
Bucks.
should watch. If you haven't seen those things, they're really, really good.
Watch those things. Those things are super, super creative. And, towards the end, you see the Young Bucks show up. Obviously, Matt knew they would come. And they showed up, and then obviously Matt Hardy's here, and he's joining the Elites for the Blood and Guts match next week. So he's going to jump in there, and we'll get to see him in action. One thing, though, that we didn't go over is that this is Jake Hager's second match, right? Jake Hager's second match in AEW. I'm not a fan of the gear he's wearing, right? The high-waisted trunks that he's wearing.
He's supposed to be in this great shape, but he keeps getting blown up real quick. And he had to
do the push-ups, right?
Yeah, but then Sammy jumped on him. He was like, and then Jake was like, just do one, man. Just do one. You're like, that guy is so fucking blown up. Like, just leave him alone.
Yeah. I don't think he's gotten into the ring shape yet. But
I don't know. But his
he'll be able to mask that in the Blood and Guts.
I don't know, he's not as big as he was. He's leaner. He's definitely not as big as he was. I mean, he's a freaking huge man. But he just was bigger. He's older now. I don't know, but
no, I mean, it'll get better as it goes on.
No
I'm not expecting him to be in his fight camp shape when he does the Bellator stuff, because I've seen him in the fight camp, and when he goes for the fights, he's in really, really good shape.
Like he's ripped. Like
Now he looks a little bit less. He's obviously in good shape, but not as much as he was. I'm not expecting him to get to the fight camp thing because he's cutting so much.
Well, hopefully he never sees this, because then he'll probably just find us and kill us.
Probably, most likely. But good match. Obviously, the reveal of Matt Hardy, very well done. And overall, tremendous show from AEW. This is the way you do an empty arena, right?
Man, AEW, I can't think of a bad show.
Yeah, no, I can't.
I really can't.
They haven't had one.
They're making wrestling so much fun to watch. It's an easy 2 hours. It blows right by. I'm in love with AEW. They can do no wrong except for Eva Uno. But other than that, they can do no wrong. They can delete Eva Uno. Just delete them. Delete.
No, they've done a really, really good job. And, I can only imagine the cool shit that's going to be done with Matt Hardy and at the Hardy compound.
They're going to let Matt be Matt.
Yeah, we're going to see some funny, crazy, wild shit done for Matt Hardy if he signed a full-time deal with AEW, which I think he has.
I mean, I'm excited for King Maxwell. I'm excited for Senor Benjamin, all that stuff. I'm excited for his wife to play the piano, because she's hot and she plays the piano. Think about that.
So it's going to be really, really fun. Him in the Blood and Guts match next week. So obviously, great episode of AEW, which transfers over to the weird non-episode of NXT, because NXT was 3 video packages that could have just been on the network. right? As
network
like
special.
WWE 24s, right?
And I would have watched it because it was good, but like we're in the middle of a Wednesday night war, and they've lost the last couple of weeks on ratings.
And this is a big L they're gonna take on this one,
like fat ass L, because that's like just.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good, but do we really need to sit 2 hours of just hyped up documentary
so
promo?
like you're going head to head against somebody else, right? So let's preface this. This is the shit that sucked. Was the fact that NXT wasn't even a wrestling show. It was just 3 video packages in the end of it with Triple H and Todd Phillips in a control center talking, right? So makes no sense why they would do that. They just like, I feel like they just don't want to have empty arena shows. They don't want to have it. But like you kind of have to, right?
Then cancel it. Just cancel the rest.
Cancel everything, right?
Just cancel everything. Like, why are you making WrestleMania 2 nights then? If you don't want anybody in there,
it doesn't make any sense.
Like you don't want to show anything.
Like you got like your best show is NXT, and just have these guys go out and wrestle, right? Have them go out and wrestle.
Or just fucking rent an empty arena and just go rent it. Like you're a $1 billion company. Just go fucking rent a big arena, make a huge fucking light show, and do what AEW did. If you don't like your smaller performance center look, then do it somewhere else.
Yeah. So, that was the show, and that's the shit that sucked, the fact that they had not one wrestling match on the show, and it was just 3 video packages. So
but I want to say, okay, let's go.
So the video packages, so it was the first one was pretty much the entire story arc of Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, which is fine. You could have done that as a network special, right?
It was their life story.
But it was like
showing them when
almost,
they were babies.
it was like an hour and a half long, right?
It was
like an hour and a half long.
Like an hour, 10 minutes.
It had so many commercials in between. And they're just showing the whole backstory. We all know it, and it's obviously a good story. We're all interested in it. We're all invested in it. So that was it, right? That's pretty much it. It was just that. And you go through the whole thing with, Todd Phillips asking Triple H what he thinks about it, what he thinks about Ciampa and the story and everything like that. It's pretty much, it's fine. It's not bad. Yeah, but for an hour when you got AEW on the other station killing it, you know what I'm saying? It makes no sense.
One of the best shows I've ever seen with no crowd. Come on.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And the next thing they did, which is takeaway number 5, right? It's takeaway number 5 because it was well done, and it was the Finn Balor video package.
That was so good. Finn killed it.
He did kill it because he had a seriousness to him and a confidence. Because Finn as a heel is so much better than him as a babyface.
Yeah, like smiley
because
babyface.
the babyface, I think he relies too much on the demon.
Yeah,
to be something special, right?
Because because babyface Finn isn't as interesting as the demon.
Yeah,
like. Okay, he's great. He does great moves, but where's the demon at? That's all we're worried about. Where's the demon? But Finn, when he's putting the gun fingers out and doing that fun stuff and just kicking people's ass and being the best wrestler in the world,
which he said a bunch of times, and he has an argument. He does have an argument as being one of the best wrestlers in the world. But it was very well done. Serious take, him in a dark room just talking to the camera.
Yeah, you should watch it if you haven't seen it. It was that good. Like he killed it.
The only thing you should watch at NXT is that, basically. That's the only thing you should watch. It's not as long, but it's very well done. It talks about his entire story arc and saying that, he just didn't have the passion when he brought up to the main roster, right? Mm-hmm. He just didn't have the passion. After he won the Universal title, he didn't have the passion anymore because he had to give it up. And now when he had the match against Lesnar at Royal Rumble 2 years ago, he got his passion for wrestling back.
And this is another thing I'm liking with it sucks we're in the whole coronavirus thing and the empty stadiums. I get that, but some of the storylines they're throwing the real world feel. Like they would always, avoid these real world backstage kind of rumors and innuendo stuff that you would hear. They would never bring it up in the storylines, but now they're getting to the real stuff. I feel like they're not as scripted, the promos. This felt like it was just Finn, here's a camera, how do you feel? And it was perfect. It was so good. What
I liked was that he was like Finn Balor versus Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal had the best match of his career. Finn Balor, Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin had the best match of his career.
Yeah.
Who was the third guy? He said, I can't remember who the third guy was.
Somebody, though.
Best match of his career, right?
Rusev.
No, it wasn't Rusev.
Was it Rusev?
Nah,
that was Rusev.
He had Rusev in the Fatal 4-Way.
Rusev. Yeah, I just remember seeing Rusev somewhere.
Yeah, Cesaro. He said a third guy, but I can't remember who it was, which doesn't matter. But,
Bobby Lashley, because he's so forgettable.
Yeah.
He's just so goddamn forgettable, Bobby Lashley. God damn it.
So that was good, right? He puts that out there like that's the best match. So the common denominator, Finn Balor, the greatest wrestler in the world, right?
The best wrestler
in the world. So it was tremendous promo.
Oh, David said Prince Devitt, for crying out loud. They put a Japanese game.
So it really helps the character out, and he's so much better in the role that he's in now rather than the role he was in before. And him versus Walter, whenever I'm assuming it's a 2-night WrestleMania, they'll probably have the NXT Takeover stuff there.
Yeah,
most likely.
Yeah, most likely. And UK, you can still have people in the events because the UK show today there was people in the crowd.
So that's good. But that was the best thing about NXT. The third thing that happened on NXT was just Rhea Ripley talking about her story, which we've heard before. She did the same pretty much the same thing when she did that video package of her in the Tampa Bay.
Literally the same thing, just her sitting in front of the NXT logo, which was fine. But like we saw that already, we didn't really need it.
We didn't need to see it again. Yeah,
we didn't see it again.
So, but. That NXT was that. It was just 3 video packages, and that was pretty much it. So
we never need to do that.
They took a big L. I hope they don't ever do that again, and I hope they take a page out of AEW's book, which they should have done. They should have been the first people to do what AEW did, because they had the first 2, especially with Austin. You had the first 2 empty arenas. If when Austin comes out on Monday, last Monday they should have just had a bunch of guys in the crowd, like wrestlers, just go crazy because they love Austin, right? Like, shit, Austin.
Austin's so good that he could just play off the cuff, and he would have just made that so much more fun with the guys.
All the guys in the crowd, the girls in the crowd, and stuff like that.
And throw some beers to some people, not throw beers to other people, give them stunners. I mean, it would have been so much better.
Yeah.
But Vince is gonna be like, "Fuck that! I'm not doing that." Like, because Tony Khan did it first, he's not gonna do it. There's no
now
way.
He's definitely not gonna do it. Yeah, he had the chance to do it first, but he just didn't do it. Now
this time
it shows a lack of creativity from WWE and a lack of. Because you could tell AEW show, everybody was relaxed, everybody was chill, everybody's having a good time. Being at the situation everybody's in nowadays, everybody's having a good time.
They weren't taking themselves serious. They were just having a good time. And even the first thing I saw was Brandy Rhodes doing the ring announcer, and on top when it said Brandy Rhodes ring announcer, it said she said she'd never be it's just like they were, because she was doing it in WWE before. And
she was doing WWE as Eden Styles.
As Eden Styles,
she's doing it as Brandy Rhodes. So they had a lot of fun, and it was a cool laid back atmosphere. The guys everybody were having a good time, and I don't know, WWE just lacks the creativity or lacks just that fun aspect where you watch the show and you had fun watching AEW. They should have done this WWE first, and they should have just had fun with the shows, because what else can you do, right?
Like, don't take it that serious.
You want to use it as people as a getaway from everything else, from real life. So just make it a fun show so people are watching.
And it's so annoying that they just won't bring it up that it's because of COVID-19. Just say it. Like they keep avoiding they just say it. It sucks. This is what it is. Let's try to make the best out of it. And they're not. They're just like, they don't even want to have shows. So don't freaking have shows.
Yeah.
That's it.
Guys. Yeah. So it is what it is at this point. We're going to see Blood and Guts next week. And hopefully NXT has an actual show next week.
Can you imagine if it was still in Newark?
Yeah, it would have been crazy. But, it is what it is. At least we'll still get to see it on TV. And hopefully NXT has a show next week, an actual wrestling show. Guys, but that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Obviously, AEW was better this week than NXT. We combined the two together because NXT was kind of no show whatsoever. And, hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, links in the description below. Chat with us about, wrestling, whatever the fuck you guys want to talk about. But that's the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll catch you guys later. Remember, if it doesn't work for you, brother, don't do the job.
Later, Marks.
Peace out, guys.